The tale of our celestial journey begins amidst the vibrant hues of university life, where destiny weaved our paths together. Brenda and I, two young souls with dreams as vast as the cosmos, found solace in each other's company during our collegiate years. Our bond blossomed, transcending the confines of academia, and soon, love took root within our hearts. In the springtime of our lives, we embarked on a shared odyssey, pledging our troth amidst the whispers of promise and the tender embrace of youthful ardour. It was a union forged in the fires of idealism, our hearts entwined with hopes of a future adorned with love and prosperity. Little did we foresee the celestial tempests that would soon test the resilience of our love. As we exchanged vows and embarked on the voyage of matrimony, our parents cautioned us against the perils of rushing into the unknown. They reminded us of the fragile nature of youthful endeavours, urging patience in the face of uncertainty. Yet, fueled by the boundless optimism of youth, we cast caution to the stars and ventured forth hand in hand. In the halcyon days that followed, life unfolded like a sonnet, each stanza brimming with the euphoria of shared moments and whispered promises. Despite the modesty of our means, happiness abounded within the sanctum of our love. We toiled by day, savouring stolen moments of intimacy beneath the canvas of the night sky, our dreams weaving tapestries of shared aspirations and whispered confessions. However, as the annals of time unfurled, the shadows of adversity began to cast their pall over our idyllic existence. Financial woes, like unbidden spectres, emerged from the shadows, threatening to eclipse the radiance of our love. The onset of our first anniversary served as a harbinger of discord, as Brenda's longing for opulence clashed with the modesty of our means. In my earnest endeavour to commemorate our love, I offered Brenda a token of affection, a timepiece to mark the passage of our shared moments. Yet her heart yearned for the sparkle of diamonds, the allure of material opulence eclipsing the sentiment of our shared journey. Despite my earnest explanations, the chasm between our aspirations widened, sowing the seeds of discontent within the fertile soil of our bond. In the wake of this discord, Brenda embarked on a solitary quest for solace amidst the tempests of our financial strife. Fueled by a fervent desire to transcend the confines of our modest existence, she pursued avenues of prosperity with unwavering determination. The echoes of her ambition reverberated through the corridors of our shared existence, casting shadows upon the sanctity of our love. With each passing day, Brenda's resolve hardened, her determination eclipsing the tender tendrils of our shared intimacy. She embraced the relentless pursuit of wealth with a fervour bordering on obsession, her eyes fixed upon a distant horizon, ablaze with the promise of opulence. Yet, in her relentless pursuit of material gain, she became ensnared within the labyrinth of her own desires, her spirit shackled by the burdens of discontent. As the gulf between us widened, our once shared moments of intimacy gave way to the cacophony of discord. Arguments, like thunderclaps echoing through the void, shattered the fragile peace of our existence, leaving behind the wreckage of shattered dreams. Brenda's discontentment festered like a wound left untended, poisoning the wellspring of our love with bitterness and recrimination. In the silent depths of the night, I find myself adrift amidst the debris of shattered dreams, my heart heavy with the burden of unspoken truths. The celestial symphony, once a source of solace, now serves as a cruel reminder of the chasm that divides us. And as the stars above bear witness to the unravelling of our shared destiny, I am left to ponder the cosmic irony of love's fleeting embrace amidst the vast expanse of eternity. As the weight of financial burdens pressed down upon me like a suffocating cloak, I found myself ensnared in the relentless grind of survival. 2 jobs became my companions in this relentless pursuit of prosperity, each hour spent labouring a testament to my fervent desire to provide for the woman I loved above all else. Yet, with each passing day, The relentless march of bills and expenses threatened to drown me in a sea of despair. The constant cacophony of financial worries gnawed at the fringes of my sanity, leaving behind jagged edges of doubt and self-recrimination. I questioned my worth, my ability to meet the demands of the one person whose happiness mattered above all else. In the silent chambers of my mind, I waged a futile war against the spectre of failure, grappling with the insidious notion that perhaps I was not enough. As Brenda's desires loomed large on the horizon of our shared existence, I found myself adrift in a tempest of uncertainty. The relentless pursuit of material opulence became the lodestar guiding our shared journey, its siren song drowning out the whispers of love and companionship. And amidst the ceaseless clamour of financial woes, I watched helplessly as the chasm between us widened, threatening to engulf the fragile remnants of our once boundless love. In my earnest endeavour to assuage Brenda's longing for a life adorned with luxury, I threw myself into the fray with unwavering determination. Yet, with each passing day, the burdens of financial strain grew heavier, threatening to crush the fragile tendrils of our shared dreams beneath their weight. And as I laboured tirelessly to meet her ever-expanding demands, I found myself teetering on the brink of exhaustion, my spirit weary from the ceaseless battle against the relentless march of time. But amidst the chaos and turmoil of our shared existence, a flicker of hope emerged like a beacon in the night. Brenda, driven by an unyielding determination to transcend the confines of our modest existence, embarked on a solitary quest for solace amidst the tempests of our shared strife. With each passing day, she threw herself into the fray with a fervour bordering on obsession, her eyes fixed upon a distant horizon, ablaze with the promise of opulence. And as the echoes of her ambition reverberated through the corridors of our shared existence, I watched in silent awe as she forged ahead with unwavering resolve. Yet, beneath the veneer of success lay a heart burdened by the weight of unspoken truths, its fragile tendrils entwined with the jagged edges of discontent. And as Brenda's spirit faltered beneath the weight of her own aspirations, I found myself adrift amidst the wreckage of shattered dreams, grappling with the harsh reality of our shared existence. In the quiet hum of our shared existence, money had never held precedence in my heart. For Brenda, however, it became the elusive key to unlocking the door to her dreams. Through the haze of struggle and strife, I grappled with the bitter truth that our visions of happiness diverged like two ships passing in the night. Yet, in the crucible of our shared existence, I learned to make peace with this stark reality, resigned to the notion that love alone could not bridge the chasm between our divergent desires. As Friday unfurled its weary wings, I found myself ensnared in the labyrinth of office duties, each hour ticking by with agonizing slowness. A hurried text to Brenda, a silent plea for understanding, remained unanswered, the message hanging in the ether like an unanswered prayer. With each passing moment, the tendrils of anxiety wound tighter around my heart, a silent harbinger of the tumult that awaited me at home. The clock struck 10 as I stumbled through the threshold of our shared abode, weariness etched upon my brow like a battle scar. Yet, the silence that greeted me was deafening, a stark reminder of the absence that loomed large within the confines of our once shared sanctuary. With faltering steps, I navigated the familiar contours of our home, each corner suffused with the lingering echoes of a love now lost to the winds of change. Hours slipped by like grains of sand through clenched fists, the spectre of uncertainty casting its long shadow over the sanctuary of our shared existence. In the cold light of dawn, a folded piece of paper lay upon the kitchen counter, its neatly penned words a dagger through the heart of my fragile hopes. Brenda's confession, a cruel testament to the bitter truth that love, like a fragile flower, withers beneath the weight of unspoken desires. In the numb silence that followed, I reached out to the pillars of support that anchored me to the crumbling precipice of my shattered dreams. Friends, family, their voices, like whispered prayers against the howling winds of despair, offered solace amidst the storm. Yet, in the quiet moments of solitude, grief wrapped its icy tendrils around my heart, a silent reminder of the love now lost to the passage of time. Days turned to weeks, weeks to months, as I navigated the treacherous waters of healing with faltering steps and trembling hands. Therapy became my lifeline, a beacon guiding me through the labyrinth of grief and despair. And in the quiet moments of introspection, I found solace amidst the ruins of my shattered dreams, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Life, in its infinite complexity, unfolded like a tapestry woven from the threads of fate and circumstance. And amidst the ebb and flow of existence, a chance encounter with Alice breathed new life into the dormant embers of my weary heart. In her quiet strength, her unwavering resolve, I found solace amidst the wreckage of my shattered dreams, a silent reminder that love, like a phoenix, rises from the ashes of despair. In the quiet confines of our bustling office, amidst the ceaseless hum of productivity, Alice's solitary presence intrigued me. There was a quiet strength in her demeanour, a silent resilience that spoke volumes of the battles she had waged within the depths of her own heart. And though our paths seldom crossed outside the realm of professional necessity, her enigmatic aura beckoned me with an irresistible allure. Driven by a curiosity born of empathy, I found myself compelled to breach the barriers of her solitude, to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden behind the veil of her guarded gaze. Yet, when I extended an olive branch in the form of a simple invitation for coffee, she declined with a grace that bespoke of an inner strength forged amidst the crucible of adversity. Though rebuffed, I found myself admiring her all the more for her unwavering resolve. Undeterred by the gentle refusal, I retreated into the safety of professional decorum, content to tread the familiar paths of workplace interaction. Our exchanges remained confined to the realm of work-related matters, the delicate boundaries of personal inquiry left untested in deference to her expressed desire for solitude. Months passed in the quiet rhythm of office routine until fate, in its capricious whimsy, saw fit to bring us together once more. Assigned to the same team-building activity, our shared experiences forged tentative bonds of camaraderie amidst the crucible of shared challenges. Slowly, hesitantly, the walls of reserve began to crumble, revealing glimpses of the souls that lay hidden beneath. In the hallowed sanctum of our burgeoning friendship, Alice bared her scars to me, the echoes of betrayal reverberating through the silent chambers of her wounded heart. Her tale struck a chord within me, resonating with the echoes of my own past grievances. In the crucible of shared pain, we found solace amidst the wreckage of our shattered dreams, our hearts united by the common bond of suffering. Gradually, tentatively, our interactions transcended the confines of office propriety, blossoming into the tender tendrils of companionship. In Alice, I found a kindred spirit, a soulmate whose understanding surpassed the bounds of mere words. Despite the shadows of our shared pasts looming large, we resolved to forge a new path forward, guided by the beacon of love and understanding. As our bond deepened, so too did our resolve to confront the demons of insecurity that haunted the recesses of our hearts. Together, we embarked on a journey of self-discovery, navigating the labyrinth of our own fears and insecurities with unwavering determination. And in the sacred crucible of couples counseling, we laid bare the scars of our pasts, purging ourselves of the shadows that threatened to eclipse the brilliance of our shared love. 2 years passed in the quiet serenity of our shared existence, each moment suffused with the gentle warmth of mutual understanding and unconditional love. And as the sands of time whispered their secrets, I knew with a certainty born of conviction that Alice was the one with whom I wished to share my life. 6 months ago, amidst the gentle embrace of a sunset-tinted evening, I knelt before her with a heart unburdened by doubt or fear and asked for her hand in marriage. It was not merely a question, but a declaration of love, a testament to the depth of my commitment to building a future together. And as she accepted my proposal with tears of joy glistening in her eyes, I knew that our journey together had only just begun. The promotion I had long awaited finally materialized last month, marking a significant milestone in my life. Alice and I decided to share this joyous occasion with our closest friends and family, seizing the moment to also announce our upcoming wedding, scheduled in just 2 months. Although I harbored a desire for an immediate wedding, Alice, ever the voice of reason, suggested we afford ourselves ample time for meticulous preparation, ensuring that our special day would unfold without haste or oversight. Alice, with her innate street-smart savvy and a keen eye for bargains, eagerly took the reins of our wedding planning. Her adeptness in navigating the myriad details of such an event was a sight to behold, transforming the daunting task into an enjoyable journey of anticipation and excitement. This period of preparation not only brought us closer, but allowed us to savor the courtship phase, a time we both cherished deeply. However, in the midst of these blissful preparations, an unforeseen shadow from my past emerged to cast its pall over the present. Brenda, my ex-wife, whose departure had once left me adrift in a sea of despair, reappeared at my doorstep, unannounced and unmistakably altered by the passage of time and circumstances. The sight of her, so different from the woman I once knew, brought a mix of shock and unease. Her appearance was that of someone who had endured much suffering. Her eyes, once so vibrant, now bore the weight of regret and sorrow. Inviting her in, albeit with a reluctance I couldn't mask, we sat opposite each other, an air of surreal tension enveloping the room. Brenda, with tears streaming down her face, unveiled the harrowing tale of her life since leaving me. She confessed to having been seduced by the allure of a lavish lifestyle, only to find herself entrapped in a gilded cage. The man she had left me for, a wealthy individual with generational riches, had turned out to be a cruel and unfaithful partner. His infidelity was rampant, his respect for her non-existent. Brenda described a life of luxury, marred by emotional and physical abuse, a stark contrast to the love and respect I had always shown her. She recounted how her attempts to confront him about his betrayals were met with violence, leaving her with visible bruises and an irreparably broken spirit. In her quest for freedom, she had fled his mansion, seeking solace and a chance to heal from her traumas. Her journey had led her back to me, driven by a desperate hope for reconciliation, only to discover that I had moved on with Alice. As she poured out her heart, detailing the depth of her misery and the realization of her grave mistake, I couldn't help but feel a complex mix of emotions. There was a part of me that felt vindicated, yet another part was deeply saddened by the extent of her suffering. Despite the pain she had inflicted upon me, seeing her in such a state elicited a profound sense of compassion. However, I knew within my heart that our paths had irrevocably diverged. I gently explained to Brenda that while I wished her healing and happiness, my life was now with Alice, and our future together was my only priority. The encounter with Brenda served as a poignant reminder of the pain we had both endured and the growth that had ensued. It reaffirmed my commitment to Alice and the life we were building together, a life founded on mutual respect, understanding, and love. The unexpected return of Brenda, like a ghost from the past, sent shockwaves through the fragile peace I had painstakingly cultivated with Alice. As she stood before me, a shadow of her former self, pleading for forgiveness and a second chance, I found myself torn between conflicting emotions. The memories of our shared past, once so tender and full of promise, clashed violently with the bitter sting of betrayal that still lingered in the recesses of my heart. Listening to Brenda's impassioned pleas, I felt a flicker of empathy stir within me, a vestige of the love I had once held for her. Yet, beneath the surface, a reservoir of anger and resentment threatened to boil over, a testament to the wounds she had inflicted upon me with her callous abandonment. Though her tears were genuine, I knew that they could never wash away the pain she had caused. Summoning what remained of my resolve, I gently but firmly rebuffed Brenda's entreaties, explaining that my life had moved on in her absence. Alice, the woman who had stood by me through the darkest of days, was now my beacon of hope and the pillar of strength upon which I leaned. I could not betray her trust and devotion for the sake of a fleeting nostalgia. As Brenda persisted in her pleas, I felt my patience wearing thin, my tolerance for her presence waning with each passing moment. Sensing the urgency of my departure for a meeting with our wedding planner, I urged her to leave, unwilling to prolong the agony of our reunion any further. With tears in her eyes, she clung to my hand, begging for one last chance, but I remained resolute in my decision. Escaping into the cool embrace of the outdoors, I closed the door behind her, the weight of her presence lifting like a heavy fog. Yet, even as I sought solace in the quiet solitude of my surroundings, a gnawing sense of apprehension clawed at the edges of my consciousness. How would Alice react to Brenda's unexpected visit? Would she understand the complexities of our shared history, or would her trust in me be irreparably shattered? With trembling hands, I dialed Alice's number, the familiar ringtone echoing in the silence of the room. When she answered, I stumbled over my words, unable to mask the turmoil roiling within me. Though her voice was warm and reassuring, I could sense the undercurrent of concern beneath her soothing tones. In the days that followed, Alice returned from her visit with her grandparents, her eyes alight with the joy of reunion and the treasures of cherished memories. Yet, as we sat together, the weight of my confession hung heavy in the air, casting a shadow over our shared moments of intimacy. Summoning the courage to lay bare the truth, I poured out the tale of Brenda's return, the regret that coloured her words, and the spectre of uncertainty that loomed over our future. And though her initial reaction was one of quiet contemplation, I could sense the storm brewing beneath the calm facade. In the days that followed, Brenda's unexpected return cast a pall over the fragile peace we had cultivated. As Alice answered the door to her unexpected visitor, I braced myself for the storm that was sure to follow. The unexpected intrusion of Brenda into our lives unleashed a tempest of emotions, threatening to upend the fragile peace we had worked so hard to build. As she hurled accusations and vitriol at Alice, accusing her of being a home wrecker, I could feel the tension crackling in the air like lightning on the horizon. Alice, ever the epitome of grace under fire, attempted to diffuse the situation, extending an olive branch in the form of an invitation for Brenda to return when I was present. Yet, Brenda's stubborn refusal to heed reason only served to stoke the flames of discord, igniting a fierce argument between the two women. In the heat of the moment, Alice, driven to her breaking point by Brenda's relentless verbal assault, issued a stern ultimatum, threatening to involve the authorities if Brenda refused to leave. And though it pained me to witness Alice embroiled in such turmoil because of my past, I knew that I had to take decisive action to put an end to Brenda's disruptive presence once and for all. Refusing to engage with Brenda's barrage of calls and texts, I watched with a heavy heart as she descended upon my workplace, her desperation palpable in the air. Yet, even as she waited in vain for my attention, it was Alice who bore the brunt of her fury, a fact that filled me with a profound sense of guilt and regret. Enough was enough. With determination etched upon my features, I resolved to confront Brenda head-on, to make her understand once and for all that her presence in my life was no longer welcome. Enlisting Alice's unwavering support, we embarked on a journey to confront the ghost of my past, armed with the resolve to finally put her in her rightful place. As Brenda opened the door to my unannounced visit, her initial excitement at seeing me quickly gave way to bitterness upon spotting Alice at my side. With a heavy heart and trembling hands, I unleashed the torrent of pent-up emotions that had been simmering beneath the surface, laying bare the pain and disappointment that had festered within me for far too long. Though her tears and apologies tugged at the frayed edges of my heartstrings, I remained steadfast in my resolve, refusing to allow Brenda's regrets to cloud my judgment. With a firm but gentle touch, I rebuffed her attempts to draw me back into the web of her deceit, making it clear that my heart now belonged to Alice and Alice alone. Yet, even in the face of rejection, Brenda refused to relent, resorting to desperate measures in a last-ditch effort to derail our impending wedding. Her attempts to sabotage our happiness only served to reinforce my conviction that she was no longer worthy of a place in my life. As the day of our wedding drew near, I found myself haunted by the spectre of Brenda's interference, a reminder of the trials we had overcome and the strength of the love that had brought us through the storm. And though her presence lingered like a shadow, on the periphery of our joyous celebration, it served only to reaffirm the depth of my commitment to Alice and the life we had built together. The escalation of Brenda's unwelcome intrusions and her refusal to accept the boundaries we had set compelled me to take legal action, culminating in the filing of a restraining order against her. This decisive move seemed to finally convey the seriousness of my intentions, marking a turning point as Brenda ceased her attempts to contact either of us. It appeared that the stark reality of the situation had finally dawned upon her, signaling a begrudging acceptance that I was irrevocably committed to my future with Alice. The anticipation of marrying Alice, my beacon of love and support through the stormiest periods of my life, fills me with an indescribable joy. The unwavering strength and compassion she has shown, especially in the face of unprovoked hostility, underscore the depth of her character and the fortuitousness of our union. Alice's resilience and grace under pressure were a testament to her profound love and commitment, attributes that render her invaluable in my eyes. Brenda's descent into irrational behaviour, driven by a refusal to acknowledge the consequences of her choices, was a path she chose for herself. It is a stark reminder of the complex web of emotions and decisions that define our lives. My heart aches for Alice, who became an undeserved target of Brenda's vitriol. The dignity and restraint Alice exhibited in the face of such unwarranted aggression were beyond commendable. Her actions, or rather her choice to not escalate the situation further by involving the authorities, was a reflection of her inherent goodness and her desire to handle the situation with as much grace as possible. Reflecting on what I might have said to Brenda upon her unexpected return, my thoughts are a maelstrom of emotions. I would have expressed my profound disappointment in her actions and the pain she inflicted not just on me, but on Alice as well. I would have emphasized the importance of respecting the choices and happiness of others, even when they do not align with one's personal desires. The message would have been clear. It is crucial to move forward and find peace with the past, allowing everyone involved the space to live their lives in happiness and without undue interference. As we move forward, the spectre of Brenda's actions serves as a stark reminder of the resilience and depth of the bond between Alice and me. It's a testament to our ability to navigate the challenges life throws our way, emerging stronger and more united with each trial. Thank you for tuning into our story. Your support and engagement mean the world to us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our journey and the many stories we have to share. Until next time, we look forward to sharing more moments and insights with you. Farewell for now, and here's to a future filled with love, understanding, and the unwavering support of those who matter most.